The subject is going to be, is it harder for women to date or men?
Women are struggling more.
A lot of successful women being single. And, my take on that is that, I think they choose their own struggles.
I feel like men do have a unbelievable expectation. You don't have a choice of how your body's going to come out.
No, but working out your choice to dictate what your body is.
I'm going to tell you straight up. It's either you're going to go to the gym and let's work out, or I'm going to leave.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shane and Leanna's podcast, Dig Deeper. We will be talking about an awesome subject today. The subject is going to be, is it harder for women to date or men to date in today's world? We're going to see everyone's opinion because we do have a young gentleman here that I'm going to let introduce himself.
What's going on, Dig Deeper podcast? It's your boy Ika. And happy to be on the podcast, sharing my opinions on this topic. So, I know it's a hot topic and, we're going to dissect it, get into it, see what it's all about.
So we have Ika here who is a single man. So he definitely would have a great perspective. We also have my bro here.
What's up, guys? It's NBA Barber Boy here, and we're here on Dig Deeper podcast. And let's see how it goes,
And we have my awesome husband.
Absolutely. It's the boy King Shane. And we're just here to have a deep conversation. Let's dig deep into this topic. Let's go.
I do have a question for you, though. Like, during the time when you were single,
okay,
do you think that it was hard for you to date?
All right. So it's different time zone.
That's what I'm asking, because I know back then to now, which I know you probably get, people throwing themselves at you from time to time. So that's why I want you to compare, because you have an awesome perspective.
Right. So from my perspective and my experience, right, when I was single during those days, I feel like it was harder. And maybe it was harder because of my status, my circumstances. Maybe because of my financial status, or maybe because of my age. Back then, it was really harder. You don't get opportunity the way you get way I got opportunity. Like, for example, if I should, God forbid I was single, it would be way more easier in the dating for me than it was a few years ago when I was just coming to America, being young. But I get to understand that.
But meaning that, like, so I get that part, but back then, the options that you did have, can you compare them to these type of options in today's world? Like the girls back then, would you compare them to the girls today?
The options that I got back then is crazy compared to now. Like no,
so it got worse.
No. You talk today. There's more option now.
Okay.
You get way more options now. Because back then, like I said though, being in the dating market, then I was a kid then too.
Okay.
But if you look at it, right, it was really hard.
Oh.
It was really harder than what it is right now. But I feel like maybe with modern time comes with dating market, I feel like it will be. I don't feel like it's because of timing though.
Got it.
I feel like it's a status.
Got it.
If that makes sense. I feel like when a man don't have money, it's harder for him.
Got it.
When a man ain't got him being where you want to be and financially stable and independent in a certain way, it's harder for him because women look for stability.
Got it.
Women look for men going to provide and protect. So if a man ain't have that, his option is low. So the moment a man have those credibility, meaning to protect, provide, and take care of a certain way, he gonna have more options. My observation in today's dating world, I feel like women are struggling more than men. The reason why I said women are struggling more than men is the fact that more men are not saying women are not getting their stuff together though, because men who are getting their stuff together, women are being thrown at them. Right. But I see women who have their stuff together are still single. You get what I'm saying? A lot of women who are successful are still single, struggling to find a man to be with them. But men who are successful, women are thrown at them. They don't really complain like that.
Got it.
So I would say, in my opinion, for now, is the women are struggling more than men.
So even a successful woman, do you think they stay single because that doesn't impress a man, or does it really impress a man for a man? Like, because
their standard is too high. What they're looking for in a man is too high. So, for example, the man that they're looking for,
got it.
The credibility they have don't impress that man.
Got
they probably
it.
want a 6-figure man or above, but their money don't impress that man because they already got money.
Right. Or
So
he's taken.
or he's taken. But on the other hand, the man that would really love her and take care of her, he might not have the money, but she's not gonna go for him
Got it.
because she want a man with a certain status or a certain money to feel like to match her energy. Because she feel like I'm so independent, I deserve a man that could do more, do better.
Got
But
it.
those men who have better are not impressed by her money. She have to come with something better than money. You know,
Love
maybe
that.
it's her personality, maybe it's the way she treat people. It's a lot. Maybe it's her character.
Got it.
You know.
Yes.
So that's my opinion on the topic for now.
I love that. I love that. And Ika, you're a single man on the market. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, so I could piggyback on a lot of stuff that Shane just said, about, women being single, especially a lot of successful women being single. And, my take on that is that, I think they choose their own struggles, to be honest, because if you're telling me that, you're successful and you have all these things and, you have difficulty finding a good man, then, you simply you do have a lot of options, but you're looking over those options to find that top 1% guy. And the truth be told, that top 1% guy also has a lot of options in today's society. They have a lot of women chasing them as well, and women try to go for that perfect goal, that perfect guy that's all triple sixes, 6'6", 6 foot, six figure bank account or six figure income earning or whatever it is, and then of course a larger than life package down there. So they're trying to get all these things in one, and guess what? A lot of the times those guys typically don't exist within the dating market. So
Yes.
a lot of average guys, and not even average guys, some guys who might earn six figures but not fill the other categories within their requirements,
like height and other
like
little
height.
stuff. Okay.
yeah, get looked over. So in a sense, these women, these independent, strong women or who are single, they create their own struggles, to be honest.
Oh, I love that.
And
So when it comes to the women and men, definitely the women are struggling more. In your opinion?
I believe that the men are struggling more because when you think about it, the women have the cards in today's dated market. If you think about it, social media and the internet has empowered women and gave them the playing field, so it is no longer leveled as it once was in the back in the days in the 20th century, like the 90s and stuff like that, coming into the early 2000s, before social media took a boom and really took off, and you had a lot of social media websites like Facebook and Instagram and of course Twitter. Social media is the one tool that has gave women the ability to exploit their value, exploit their physical appearance and stuff like that for gains. So it all started off as women having a platform to, I guess, level the playing field, because you could really think about it. Women have been coming from a background where there was a lot of disenfranchisement when it comes to income earnings between men and women, and this is just one way of them getting back, but they just took it to a whole nother level where now men are in a place where, hey, I don't have all the cards anymore, you have all the cards, and it's like how
They
do I
don't
win?
control anything anymore. Not
Right.
even the household, or they don't get to control anything. I like that. Wow.
Definitely.
What about you, Ellie? How do you feel about it? Because you was single for a while yourself, and you're lucky to find a relationship, to be honest. So
All right. Well, I'll back you up on that one, Ika, like with social media and everything. But for me, in the dating world, I can say it's 50-50, no matter what right now, because it's easier to...
So you think it's fair for both men and women? Is
Yeah,
not harder
it's 50.
for either or?
It's 50-50. It's just how you play your cards. It's just 50-50 out there right now, because social media is so much easier to get access to a person. But then you have to see a person in person to get to
Old
them.
school stuff.
Yeah, old school style. But now you go and you scroll on the net and you see a person, you DM the person respond. Then after you start hitting off it from there, But the thing where is locked in society is like stability. People think that what they see on social media is what happened in real life. So when they get in a relationship, they realize that this person probably not doing this and that and the third. So they start falling back instead of trying to build with the person and try to reach the next level. So for me, I would say, it's just social media and a whole have a grip on this generation right now, and it's crazy.
I think because of social media, that's why most women are struggling.
And
In the dating
also
market.
making money.
You know, I think that's the
Yeah, they
reason
make
why.
money.
Because I think back in the days, like I said, the old school days, you can meet a person in person. Like you live in a village, in a community where it's like, all right, I should live down a block. I have to go aside, maybe call her at a bus stop or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, in the world we're living with social media, I actually got access to the world.
Right.
Because you got men from different countries could see her and DM her.
It's-
So it's
yeah.
harder.
So
right?
it evolved now. It evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything evolves now.
It's
Exactly.
definitely,
It's enough.
in my opinion, it's kind of like it changes the dopamine trajectory.
Right. So no, that's why I say it's harder for women, right? Because look at it, right? A woman she idolizes herself. When she posts on her pictures, she look for attention from men, right? And she's not getting one attention. She's getting multiple attention.
Right.
So now she feel like her options is wide.
Right. I want to
You know?
say something on
ahead,
that.
baby.
Like, so going to where her options are wide, I do feel like it's much harder for women because that's where she loses value.
That's what I'm going to say. But I'm only saying not necessarily lose value, but the fact that she feel like she got so many options, it's hard to choose.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because let's just say the world we live in on social media again. So many people idolize certain stuff on the social media.
Right.
I
They
feel like
portray a look.
it's all a facade.
Right.
And even if it's real, right? Nobody gonna show the bad side on social media.
Right.
Everybody show what look good.
Perfect.
You know, so we sell a perfect image to the world and never show what's happened behind camera.
Gotcha.
You know, so
So-
a lot of people subscribe to that life and saying, "Oh, if they have this beautiful life, I could have this beautiful life." So let's look at Ashley's example. Ashley looking at the social media, looking at celebrated couples, saying that they live in this type of life. Her man doing that, her man doing this. I want a man like this. So the moment she getting that attention from men, if the man ain't coming up to that part, like filling that gap that she think is an expectation ahead, she ain't gonna settle. So she gonna get the date, and the moment she start dating a man, and then she start realize that, oh, this man not doing what I'm expected, because the expectation is so high because what she see on social media, she move on. I know she keep jumping from man to man, looking for that expectation.
that's what
and
I
now her
meant.
value is she got
She
devalued.
losing her value.
You know, because
right.
she started jumping from man to man, looking for that high expectation instead of building. Like what Ellie said, back to building with that man. Because let's just say even the celebrity couple or the YouTube couple you're looking at on social media, maybe they didn't get there like that. They build to get there.
Over a period of time, like
You know, it's
keep
time.
grinding and getting there.
You know, so a lot of people don't want
They don't want to face reality.
they don't want to go
Of a
through
relationship.
the hard work. They just
Right.
want the result.
They don't want cut done.
So we're back at the foundation where, you know, as I established before, like women, they create their own struggles. These women, they create their own struggles because first of all, they have an abundance, of options. They have an abundance of good things coming to them. And
No, but you see, that's where men get it wrong, right? Because back to what Shane said, what they're looking for is not on the market, or they're not impressed, right? So here's what happens. I do kind of feel like women do struggle more because they tend to lose value on top of that. And as we get older, we age differently. You know, and if you have kids, depending on your past and your history, it's even much harder for a certain man that they want to maybe take them serious. You know, so it gets really, really complex for women. To me personally, I don't know what you guys, whatever you guys think, I respect it. But for me, it gets really complex. So a lot of women want to portray that they have options. In reality, they don't. A lot of men feel like, oh, this woman looks good or whatever, and she probably doesn't even get one DM, but she acts like she does. You know what I mean? Because the man knows her value isn't there anymore. Like, why are you 40 and you have 3 kids and you're single? Certain certain characteristics are not going to always interest a man and give them abundance of options, like, you know, how some of us think. And we do have the women who do get the options, though. You know, you have those beautiful women who get options, and no matter what they doing on the market, you have that one man who don't care what they doing, they still want that one girl and they'll chase her. But eventually that dies down for women. And then as men get older, they get better. They get more handsome, their body gets bigger, their beard fills in, they get more money, more status, where they can now have a young girl with no kids. They get to choose whatever kind of girl they want. So for me, with women, you have to lock in very early. I think it's the best thing to do as a woman is to lock in early, grow with your partner, and save yourself the most that you can.
All right. So this is how it goes. Good guys get looked over, and so as well as good girls.
Yes.
Because that's the thing, right? A good guy will be standing next to a guy that a good girl think is the ideal guy for her, and she look at a guy that's she think is ideal, but a good guy there
Look past that
she look
guy.
past him. And same way a good guy would be looking at a girl that he think is the ideal girl for him, which a good girl is there, but she's not showing that much, and he look past her because of the way she presents herself. She's more covered up than all that. But he see a big ass and all that, and he run for it because he feel like that's the ideal girl for him. But a good girl who would hold it down with him and be there for him, he look past it. Same way a woman do. A man would be there, but she feel like, oh, that man is not ready. That man is not up to par. But the guy who she choose treat her like trash, but she's not gonna leave because he have the ideal recommendation for her. So she's sticking that situation no matter what.
But it doesn't change the fact that I think women struggle more in the dating world.
It go both
For
ways. No,
example-
it go both
I'm
ways.
gonna
It
ask
go
you guys
50-50.
a question, right? What's the oldest girl you would date?
The oldest girl I would date currently, girl that I would date is 31.
Okay, what's the oldest you will date, not the girl that you date?
I would say 34.
I'll say 32, 33.
Oldest girl you would date.
I'm not gonna give a set answer because I have a reasoning too.
Right, but what's
Right.
the oldest girl you would want to date?
Because as you get old, you look for peace,
Right.
right? So when you look for peace, you don't want a young thing. You want a woman who's mature enough. You know,
Right.
I'm solidifying my relationship, so I say woman your age or above.
Okay.
I say that max is probably 40.
Okay. So you see that? You see that a girl's time frame is very short. You see how many men here just stop in the early 30s, how short their time frame is? So for me,
All right, the reason why I stop it at 34.
No, it's-
You're definitely right when you say that women struggle on the aspect of time and that they're on a basically on a limit to find
Yes.
the right guy. But my thing is that, you know, because of social media and all these other things that are around, they choose their own struggles without
got you.
and fail to realize that
Yeah.
the real struggle is for you to find something that's good within the time that you have, because there's
Absolutely.
an expiration date on you.
Yep.
And women won't admit this. They won't say anything about this. They'll just do the things that they continue to do, go to parties with their friends. Even when they get to their late 20s, their early 30s, they'll still be out there hoorah, you know, doing all the things that they used to do back when they were in their teen years, 19. And then when they get to the age of 34, 35, they say, hey, where all the good men are at. Right? It's like the cliche thing that they do all the time. They say, hey, where all the good men? Hey, all those good men, they were trying to talk to you when you were in your early teens, but because you were flabbergasted and you was getting all this attention from all these guys, and you felt like you had it good and you was gonna continue to have it good for your whole life,
Yep.
you overlooked those guys.
That's crazy.
You didn't take advantage of what you had in front of you.
that part.
You know what I'm saying? And then when that expiration date comes, you're looking around like, okay, what happened?
And that's why we're in the modern world right now. So many surgeries. Let's be honest though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be
In the
honest.
modern world right now, that's why there's so many surgeries going on. Women doing surgeries to maintain that
Yup.
young
Yeah,
figure.
youth.
Women doing
Look.
BBLs, women
You know?
doing
Yeah.
lip fillers,
But-
Botox injections, all that stuff. You know.
Well, Ike, all right, this is the thing. What the youngest girl you guys would date, though?
The youngest girl I would date would be, I would say 22, 23. I definitely don't want to go too young because, you know, typically, like I said before, the modern age that we're in, you know, we're just influxed with the, you know, a lot of things from the internet and social media, and these girls, these young girls, you know, we know them as older men, we know them, they still want to, you know, live their life and go out there and party. It's just a part of the thing, you know what it is. So unless you're a guy who, let's say that you're an older guy, like let's say, you know, in your late 30s or, you know, whatever, and, you know, you're really feeling this girl that's in her like 20s, like,
because you
let's
want
say
her
she's
to
20,
represent you, like
you want her to represent you. Most of the time, what happens is you have to kind of change certain characteristics, certain attitudes about yourself to kind of fit, you know, her direction. So if she still wants to be out there, you know, partying up, you gotta be out there sometimes within the late nights, you know, partying up with her.
that makes
you know,
sense.
just to
Or
kind
you
of
can
fit-
mold her
Or you can mold her.
if you have the money and power, and she's
Right.
looking up to you.
But
Which
you're
is
saying-
difficult because a lot of these girls, you know, they hate power struggles.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
hate to be controlled. That's why I say, like, it's really harder for older men to date younger girls.
No.
Typically,
Because
Yeah.
you gotta be the alpha.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The moment to walk in a relationship, you're the alpha. I'm leading. You follow my lead. You ain't going no club. You not gonna make me
Facts.
submit
Facts.
to you to go to club. I'm not doing that.
but
No,
that's the thing
Yo.
though. Saying it and actually doing it is two different things.
So you,
because
you gotta be the alpha.
No,
man.
but you come in.
you can be the alpha, but what if they don't want to follow?
But
an
that's
alpha?
shit not for
Yeah,
you.
she not for you
and
for
a
real.
lot of girls out there are like that.
Absolutely,
They
bro.
don't
Listen
wanna-
to me.
they don't wanna
Listen to me
follow.
now.
They want to do what they want to do because
No,
they're
I
young
can listen
and,
to me.
and they're
Listen to me, bro.
beautiful. They
No.
wanna just-
Listen to me. A lot of
telling you.
girls like to date older men. They like a man that could lead. They like a man that could protect and provide.
Right.
When you come with certain qualities, homie ain't gonna question your judgment. Ain't gonna question what you say. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you are alpha and you get younger. You're gonna like, you know what? She's on this young shit. Let me do young shit
Young
because
shit.
it'll fit
No,
with her.
You following her
You're
lead.
already lost as
Yeah,
a man.
you're following her lead.
She's leading you now.
Yeah.
You're not leading. And she gonna respect you because you can't take the control to lead. She dictating where the relationship goes. That's where you already lose. And then you can't have that fear and say, oh, well, I have to submit to what she wanted to do because it's not gonna work. You already lost. You can't have that mindset as a man.
It's what you say.
It's what I
the
say.
rules.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that you should submit to what she wants. You know, I'm just saying that, you know, the way how they're programmed by everything that's going around.
Nah.
You know, it's just that, you know, if you're not in par with, you know, the things that they're doing, you know, it's like it's harder to control them because they still want to do that. You know, you're trying to, you know, enforce the, you know, the
Let me
alpha,
show you something. Let me show you something.
lifestyle. You have everything in control, and you know they don't want to follow that.
No.
Well, that's why
but-
they want
And-
that
and-
man.
Well,
you
let me
know?
And of course, you
They would follow it. if
No,
they
but
want
let me
that
show you
guy.
something though. You're 30 and you look at a girl at 22, 23, right? You're 30. As a man being 30, you're looking to settle down, focus on life, building. Why would you take up a girl that's 22 who is not on your level, like vision wise, not looking at your vision where
I
you're
wouldn't.
gonna leave? No, you said you would go to parties and stuff with her late nights and
I'm
be out
just-
there.
no, I-
But you're
I'm
breaking
not-
your character
I'm
for
not,
her.
I'm not saying that. I would go. I would.
That's
go
not
to-
what
I
you
would-
just said though.
I'm just saying that's kind of the direction in which, you know, you kind of have to go. When you're
No,
trying
you
to deal
don't
with
have
women
to.
like
You don't
that.
have to settle for that.
You don't have to.
You don't.
I know
So-
you don't have to settle for that. I'm not saying that.
You
I'm
as
not
a man
saying
in your
that I'm
you as a
always
man
settle for
in
that.
your early 30s and you vision yourself to be a certain particular way by 40 and you're building. I wouldn't recommend you to take up a girl that's 22, 23 who is going out of parties and clubs same way. You want a girl who is like on schedule with you, like business partner, like you making stuff happen.
Yeah, I
And,
definitely.
Yo, you can have your fun. Listen, you can have your fun, but
yeah.
not be like, oh yeah, we're gonna go out, we're gonna go to parties, this and that, because she wanted to. Cause guess what? When you crash, she gonna move on to the next dude, the next older guy who's there to provide for her. So she's gonna rip you down. So you have to stand up as a man, as an alpha. As Shane said, you have to be an alpha and know that she should follow your
And I
lead.
definitely agree with you. And my point to what I was saying is that a lot of these girls, that's not what they want. They still want to do what they want
So
to do.
let them go. Let them go. They
And
can go.
I agree with you. That's
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
can
saying.
go.
You got to let them go. I was just trying to show you the reality of what it is, you know, versus what you're trying to do.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
What do these girls want, in your opinion, your observation? What
I mean,
do
you
these girls?
got different girls who want different things. I mean, you might find a lucky, girl that's like, in her early 20s who's mature enough, who doesn't want that type of lifestyle, and you're good. You could be in your alpha frame and she follows you and she leads, she goes in your direction, or they could give off the false pretense, the false attitude. That's how
makeup
they really
phase,
are.
yeah, and they wash it
then
off after.
After you get into a relationship with them, then you kind of
Done.
see how they really are, and then it's like initially you were trying to put on. Initially, you had this alpha front, you had this masculinity, and then it's like now you're dealing with a child basically, and at that point you gotta decide: do I continue with trying to mold this girl into what I want her to be, or do I just let her go? And at that point, you just gotta let her go because you want to stay.
If you try it first and
in
it doesn't
control,
work, you can let it go.
right? You want to stay in control.
See,
Basically, and if you're not in control, then you just gotta let her go.
All right, Lee, would you date a younger guy?
so my husband is younger than me, and when I first got with him,
All right, let me rephrase that. Like 23, 24, 25.
well, my experience, I was
in this day and age.
Well, in my experience, I was very nervous to date Shane because I felt like he was just in it for fun, and I was scared that I might waste myself, dealing with him, and I felt like, I was just gonna be a number to him, honestly, like, oh, I just smashed the Spanish girl or whatever. So I was very nervous, and I kept a friendship for a long time. If now would I ever date a younger guy? If God forbid, if my relationship didn't work out, I don't think I would date any guy. Honestly, I feel like my opinion on men is very straightforward. It just wouldn't be for me because I have the love of my life. So if I get another man, I'm gonna compare him forever to Shane, and it's just never gonna work. So I would probably be in a whole nother direction. Just not with men. Most definitely. I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so
when it comes to women, again, I feel like I don't know what it is, but even I'm in a relationship, but I do consider women. I think a lot of things are harder on us.
I really feel like emotional imprint is a big thing, especially for So when back to the point where we were talking about, younger women, kind of being out there in the world, doing what they want, and you being a very successful alpha man, taking control, molding her into the way that you want her to be, and following your guidelines, following your rules, your principles, and whatnot. I really feel like, having an emotional imprint in the relationship is very crucial, because think about it, a lot of girls, who get with guys and they have, children with them and they become their first baby dad. Sometimes they never get over that first relationship, that first love. And every other guy that comes after that, they always have that comparison thing. And they always try to keep a connection with that baby father. You know what I'm saying? So
you're saying that a girl never forget her first baby daddy? They always have a feeling for him?
Once there's an imprint. Once there's something there, you know what I'm saying?
What define an imprint? What is the imprint?
So a imprint is basically it's an emotional attachment that cannot be broken, and it's very rare that you could re-establish something like that with another significant other.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, because I don't think I could re-establish.
Exactly.
It's for them to work on, though. It's just for them to work on that. I think it's where they have to work on that. I think a female have to work on that herself before she gets in a relationship.
Yes, definitely.
Like she have to really
that's something
analyze her life and realize that that's done and she moving forward or whatever.
No, but
she have to
like
do that
what
on her
Shane
own, though.
said. When you have a certain status, right? I think that's where the imprint comes. Because there's just remarkable memories that could be stuff that you didn't have to struggle. There's not much depression in it because he did that.
Yeah.
So if you have a baby daddy where there's absolutely no memories and besides a child, so for a man, if he's gonna date a woman that does have a kid, he has to be on his A game.
Definitely.
If the baby father is like really involved and she's like a woman who.
And sometimes he could be on his A game, and that's still not enough, because imprints can come in different forms in different ways. You could have a female that has an imprint for a dude that's in the streets. That could be an imprint right there. That emotional imprint from the street love, that energy that he gives. And then you have she looks for that energy. It's not it doesn't necessarily have to be in physical appearances, but it's a certain
type of dude
energy, a certain type of dude that brings out a certain part of her.
Yeah, but that's why
she can never share with any other guy.
No, but that's why I feel like some women stay stuck, because they continuously look for that type of person that is not growing,
right?
That rough energy, that gangster energy, and then that's where their value even crashes even more.
Right, you're definitely right. And
that's why good guys finish last, man. Yeah, bro. Good guys finish last. It's just life.
You want to say something?
But that's why I tell my younger followers, the younger men that look up to me, I always tell people, right, as a man, when you get with a woman who have a kid already, or any woman in general,
okay,
as a man, your aim is to take her virginity, meaning that she's already naturally maybe her virginity been broken if she got other man, got baby daddy, but I mean take her virgin in many other ways, like do stuff that her ex-man never did before. Right. For example, let's just say she had a man, right, and all he ever do was, let's just say he go out the way when her birthday come, he would do like get her flowers and stuff like that. Every birthday he used to get her flowers. Okay. And you is her new man right now.
Take her out of the country, bro.
No, I'm not giving him minimum. Let's just say the flowers, right? You as a new man come in her life right now, you can't do better than that. You're not taking her virginity the way the other guy. You're not doing nothing new. She's not experiencing nothing new. You're not doing nothing better than what the last man did.
Right.
Maybe she and the last man break up because he probably cheated, right? So she's done with him. But on the other aspect of stuff that you do, like feeding her emotionally or being there supportive on stuff like that, maybe on days when she cry, that man was there for her emotionally, everything. When she cry, you're nonchalant, you don't care. So it's like you have to be there for a woman, like do stuff different, like better. You want to aim to do better than any man ever do.
Exactly. And
you want to create a stamp. Wait, you want to create a stamp so much that if God forbid you're not working, you ain't gonna forget me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm no cocky shit. It's gonna be hard for her to forget me.
Exactly.
I try to take her virginity in everything I do. Yeah. I go extra beyond. So any new man she get, God for me in a workout, he gotta go beyond me, on some beyond level type of shit. Because whenever I do, I go all out for my wife. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, you have to learn to think that even on a regular day, let's try and go all out.
So
go extra.
I definitely agree with you on a lot of points that you just said, Shane. I feel like you brought up some really solid relations, to what I just said. So going beyond, I definitely agree with that as well too. But with just piggybacking off, what I said the last time about the imprint, I really feel like when it comes to the black community more specifically, a lot of the females within our culture, within our black community are imprinted by that gangster culture, that gangster lifestyle. They want that dude, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel like if we had a shift in the paradigm of how males went about imprinting females, that would kind of shift the generation. It would cause a generational shift, because think about it. If the new way of imprinting females was to be the nice guy, was to bring her flowers, was to to take her out and treat her nice, then there would be a significant emotional attachment to something like that, rather than looking for the thug guy, the guy that's out in the street acting tough. You want the nice guy now. So now when you come across a thug, that's not something that's attractive to you. But that's not something that we have, unfortunately, in the black community and growing to a lot of other communities, that we have. So
I want to get back on what you just said. You said in the black community, it's like they look for that, the gangster character.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, in my observation, I feel like they want to evolve from that. I feel like black women want to evolve from that gangster mentality that they grew up seeing their mom getting beat maybe or being left alone. They see it. Like a small woman, they say, yo, listen, I see how my mom life turned out. She was a single mom, struggling with me. Why would I want to go through the same thing my mom went through?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's not necessarily them, abusive, but when you think of let's say Tupac, for example.
Yeah.
The way how he carried himself, his lingos, you know, the way how he talked, the way how he got around certain situations, and the way how he got into certain situations, and just his overall demeanor. If in the black community as a black man, if you don't exhibit certain characteristics that are similar to that, then guess what? 90% of black women won't find you attractive, because that is a very strong imprint that they look for to get an attachment to.
In what era? You talking about now?
In this era.
All right, listen. All right, let's talk about Tupac. He's not a bad guy though. Circumstances made him in the life that he is. Being brought up in the hood, you don't really got a choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't really got a choice, but that doesn't mean you don't have a soft spot in him.
Oh, I'm not saying that
No?
it's just being like violent or anything. It's just like
The character.
the character.
It's the
like
culture.
the demeanor. You know what
The
I'm saying?
culture itself. 'Cause remember, your environment is play a big part in your life.
Right.
So if you brought up in the hood and that's all you know, you're gonna be hood. And when you become older, you want different, because you see different, and you see the result of being different. You're gonna aim to do different. But at the end of the day, still, let's just say a girl want to date a guy like Tupac, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's your type, that's your choice. Be with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying? But there's women that probably that's not her type, and they're there in the black community that want to evolve from that. Maybe, you know, maybe like, all right, it used to be attractive then, but in modern time right now, I don't think it's attractive.
Have you guys ever thought about that? Maybe like the black community or the black women that we're talking about, they seem like their moms go through so much, right? That they have to have this aggression side of them, and the moms push them to be the best they can be, and the moms push them to be independent. So they scared to let that down, like to be like depending on a man or not be independent because of certain situations that
Certain
push them
traumas.
to be that woman that feels like I don't need a man, I can do it alone. And it just goes from generation to generation.
I definitely feel like that exists.
You know,
And it's not just in the black community only.
Yeah,
That's
it's like all across
the board.
you know?
yeah,
Like,
I don't really think like the women mean to be like, oh, I need this type of man.
But it's not just the
But
moms.
maybe they feel like they do need a man to be able to be very strong.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
not just the moms who
that's what
teach them to be
So-
independent by themselves. Their dads even come in their life and be like, "Oh, you don't need a man, this and that and the third."
That too.
Which
Yeah.
a woman always
But
need a
that's
man, and a
just-
man always
That's
need a
just
woman,
the
no
thing,
matter
though,
what.
when it comes to, you know, a lot of women in the, you know, I want to say who are associated with the, like, because hip hop is very prevalent, you know, with how hip hop kind of transcends across different, you know, type of people and cultures and whatnot. You know, a lot of women, they associate masculinity with
But that genre,
thug-
how
thug
far does that
nature.
genre go?
But
Yeah.
It sticks in. It's like it sticks in a certain perimeter. We think like that's one of the biggest genres, and it's not.
It's not really one of the biggest
You know,
genres.
so it's like where we come from. That's where it's big
more,
at.
more prevalent, like, you know, Black Hispanic communities. Yeah, a lot of we say I would say personally, a lot of women in our community, they associate the masculinity from the way how men portray themselves in, you know, coming from that space.
so basically, right? What does women look for in a man? They look for. Why do you think a woman look for that gangster type of man?
For protection.
Protection, right? But women look for men who can provide, protect. Women want to feel like, yo, this man can protect me. That's why most women look for that gangster thugs. Because back in the days, even us in Jamaica, right? We used to grow up seeing our uncles, our cousins being in the thugs, and like, yo, we being youngins, like, we want to be like that. 'Cause I feel like it was respected. Like, yo, you get respected. So like, yo, people respect that man. So like, I want to be that until you become older. It's like, all right, where does the lifestyle put you up to if you want to be in this gangster lifestyle?
Start educating
It's consequences.
Because
It's
when you grow up, after a while, you realize
You
these
understand.
men don't have a female by their side. At the end of the day, when you grow older, they don't. Yeah.
Even if they do, right? Let's just say even if they do a ride or die, because sometimes
Yeah,
you have this one
you have one.
female
You have
that's
a
gonna
one
ride it
girl that
out,
will ride or die, but
you know.
after a while, some people get tired of it and leave.
Yeah, but initially, women look for that gangster love for protection, right? But you don't have to be gangster to protect your woman.
No.
You don't,
But
you don't-
if that's
I
why
agree with you.
I tell men in themselves, right? It's important to work on you, meaning that make sure you go to the gym, work out, knowledge yourself, read, work, eat good, and carry yourself better. You know what I'm saying? The moment you have that body, you might not have the height, but have the body that, yo, this guy look like he can protect me. You're gonna see your option increase a lot compared to your old self when you wasn't in the gym. You wasn't have certain stuff going on. You didn't have certain knowledge. At the end of the day, still, we cannot sit and say, all right, women complain that they want gangster. No, leave them alone. They for the gangster. Choose a gangster. There's women out there that don't want that type, that really looking for a man who's in the gym. You gotta look at what environment are you meeting these women.
Yeah,
you know, you cannot go to
club,
let's just say a certain spot where they had where those type of men go.
Right.
You don't go with that energy, but the women go there to look for those men on those type of energy. You're not gonna get choose. But if you go on the other hand, if you go to a gym, women not looking for men like that maybe because they want men to work out. Or maybe if you go to like a library or something to read, it depends where you search for your
knowledge.
partner.
Yeah.
I mean, you could find people in all
Anyway,
type of
absolutely.
environment.
Absolutely.
But I do agree that, like I said, where we grow up at, that genre is just with us.
Yeah, that definitely is.
But I don't
step
feel like you have to put on a big persona to make people feel like, oh yeah, I'm this bad person. But you know deep down, like, you would die for this person. You would die for shit. And people have to understand, like, sacrifice that other people make for you. Because you can be with a thug and one shit go left, he dip leave you. Because guess what? He's not going to go right for you. But a person that's not putting out a persona would definitely go the extra mile for you and do all that.
And I think Shane is pretty right when, you know, and I could just piggyback off what Shane said, you know, like when women are trying to move away from that space of looking for the gangster persona, because guess what? That was something that was very prevalent. Like I would say in the, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, you know, during that era when hip hop was like kind of at its birth, you know, still rising and stuff like that. You know, but now in fast forward into the 2020s, we're seeing the standards change again. And, you know, that type of culture dying out because, what are you gonna do? You're gonna keep, you know, flaunting the gangster lifestyle and think that women are just gonna throw themselves at you? Absolutely not. It's not gonna work. That's something that worked in the old days. Right. You know, what we're seeing now is women changing the standards to what they are right now. Yeah. You know, you gotta be, you know, successful in multiple different aspects. You know, and even aspects that you can't control. Unfortunately, like, you know, being over 6 feet, and of course you can control your income. You can control your physical appearance. You could go to the gym and work out. Yeah. To a certain extent. So these are the requirements that we're seeing now. But here's the thing, right? Here's the knack about everything, like where it all ties together. You're gonna have that outlier dude, right? That still has that persona of you know, that still has that strong, like I would say, gangster persona, right? And guess what? He could still be successful.
Of course.
Over 6 feet.
Yeah.
Have
versatile.
Have
it
the
exists.
things have all those things going on for him downstairs.
And still have a swag.
And still have a swag, right? And still be a gentleman.
Absolutely.
He's unbeatable.
Yeah.
He's
my
very
husband.
Unbeatable. Exactly. He's unbeatable. Right?
Yeah, he's unbeatable. Yeah.
Can't beat someone like that.
But you gotta look at it though. Listen though. In modern time, there's a lot of guys like that though.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys like that.
Yes, because you gotta look around us, guys. Look around us. I think social media is like, it opens such a door for society. It's like a guideline that people start to look at social media for a certain way of living. All right,
yeah, definitely.
Let's bring it back to maybe the late 90s or something. Before social media, look at the era before social media. Before, we used to look up to what we see in the community. Yeah. If all we see in the community is broken homes or less marriages,
things are changing.
That's what we're gonna subscribe to. That's all we know because we are in the community. Yeah. But when we see like movies, we see those Notebook or people kissing, like, oh damn, that's only in movies. You ever say that's only in movies? Until you come to America, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's really not the same movies. It's real life. You know? But social media opened that to the world to see that, listen, the life that you want, people are living it. Regular people like you are living it. So it's like, why should I settle for this in my community.
And you don't think that's
Most
a good
definitely, because
thing?
you're growing a culture.
Wait, hold on. Why should I settle? Because remember, all you know in the community is that.
Yeah.
Because why should I settle for this when I could go outside my community, go evolve, and like social is good to it though. It opened your eyes to people like, yo, listen.
Potential to having everything you want in life.
Exactly.
And
You
certain stuff you
can.
could not say
There's a good thing to that.
when you're in a country. Like if you say I love you, I might be like, you tell her I love you. You start looking at you like
Exactly.
like you're soft. Like you should not say I love you to your girl, or you be like, hey baby, I love you. I will be back soon. Why you reporting what? Nah, but coming out of your community and going out in the world, you realize that once you give that love and affection, you get great rewards in return. You understand? But you grow tough in certain environment. You don't want to show that side of you. But once you leave out that environment and you get to start showing that side, you're scared to go back because you don't want to go back to the same mentality. You want to move forward. You want to evolve.
And I really feel like that's why, when it comes to, just like black men in general, kind of leaving the community to go elsewhere. Like you got the passport bros, you got all these different type of guys going to different countries to, I guess, kind of find a traditional woman because it's that certain type of women has died out in the black community. I feel like that's where a lot of the issues come from as well, because
It's not just the black community though.
Yeah, not just the black community.
Yeah.
It's like the expectation of what we're supposed to be versus what we want to be, what we project to be. We still want to be ourselves, and be, the strong, I guess, charismatic guy that that we think that we know we can be. But of course, women might have a different portrayal of what that is, and that might be very different from how we look at things. So we say, let's go outside and go in a different country and see, where I could find, a woman that would appreciate that. Not saying that's something that I do, but I'm just saying that that's the movement that's going on as well. With a lot of guys just going to different spaces, different cultures, and
I kind of feel like, right, I'm not really tapping into any community, but I feel like it's a beautiful thing because I'm in an interracial relationship, and I feel like it's a beautiful thing to tap out of your own culture sometimes, because you kind of feel like, so you have so much to say sometimes about your own people that you just need to tap out and really
Experience
like,
it's a good thing.
even sometimes just give yourself a break, and then maybe go back and you might find something that you really thought you didn't like. You was like, I can't do this right now, I'm gonna jump to this, and then you're like, I really don't like this, I really love this. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes you have to experience something different. So if you're saying guys are like moving away and maybe trying something different, maybe it's for their own personal reasons, because they have an outlook like you. And I mean, I just think that there's greatness in every culture. In a relationship, you really have to understand what's going on. It's two different peoples, two different brains. You really got to take the time out to want to mold each other to the best you can. And if it doesn't work for you, I get it, but you really have to put that type of work in. I do feel like you could pick anybody up from the gutter and turn them into a princess if you really wanted to.
And also a king.
Yeah.
It's not just
And
a princess. You can turn.
I'm just said it in a girl's perspective.
Yeah, you can go
and
both
you
ways.
can also pick up a guy from the gutter and turn him into the greatest king.
But not many women going to the gutter to pick up a man to turn him to a king.
yeah,
It's
But,
more
uh,
likely for a man to
But
do it.
Man
a
to
man
do
would
that.
go.
A man could do it.
A man
yes.
would gladly go to the gutter and pick up a woman and turn into a queen. But a woman becomes successful.
And a lot of times that might not go the right way. It might backfire,
But that's what I'm saying. That's why women are
No,
struggling.
you might think that.
But back to the core question of the podcast.
Yeah.
Who are struggling more, in my opinion, that's one of the reasons why women are struggling too. Because when you become successful, right, you wouldn't go back to the gutter and take a guy from the gutter and turn him into a king.
Right.
But a man, a successful man,
Would do that.
would definitely
Yeah, he would
go back
definitely
to
do
the
that.
gutter, pick out a queen, pick out a girl and turn her into a queen.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the men that are struggling in the dating market.
Right.
There are men who are struggling in the dating market, but men aren't as picky as women.
Yeah.
Women are very, very picky, and they're very, very specific about what they want.
Yeah.
So they have a vision, and they have a certain expectation of the type of man they want to be, the
Right.
type of man they want, or how they want to be treated. So until they find that man, they're gonna keep messing around to find him, like dating. While a man, on the other hand, right, a single man, let's just say he's not financially where you want to be, right? He could still find a humble girl. Now, if they're humble, I don't want to use the word humble. I don't want to make it like you can only get a humble girl. Let's just say he could still find a girl that he could just, let's just say she's not probably his expectation, but he could still fall in love with her.
Yeah,
Like
work,
he
and
could
definitely work with her.
he could
Really?
demise. Yeah, absolutely.
course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
He
Yeah.
could put his expectation
Men-
aside
men-
and say, listen,
yeah,
there's more.
their standards
And
are
she
a
can
lot.
tick all the boxes apart from certain stuff, and he
Yeah.
still work,
He
and they
still
work,
love
and they
her.
come together and
And he
mold.
marry her.
Yeah,
He
they
will
marry her.
Yeah, men are more likely to lower their standards for a girl that they want than
And
women.
he will definitely
Yeah.
put a ring on her and marry her, but a woman would not do that to a man.
Yeah.
Wait, so you telling me, I don't know. You see, that's the problem because I guess women have problems
Scratch his
with.
foot.
I guess women have problems with reality, you know.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
But if a man is gonna marry a woman, and that's not the woman he really wants, like he's just settling.
It's
In
not
other
settling
words.
though.
It's not settling.
It's not settling.
What the fuck?
And
Listen,
it's not
it's not
settling.
settling.
It's not
No,
settling.
it's
That's
not.
not coming to acceptance.
It's not settling.
It's not
Because
that.
I heard this saying, right,
What?
before y'all get into it, I heard this saying that a rich man will do that. Like it was this one saying. I don't know how it goes exactly, but they said like
A rich
after
man
a
will-
certain mark in their life, they okay with picking any girl as
It's
long
not
as
any
she
girl.
meets
It's not
as
any
long as
girl.
she meets certain things that he looks for.
Right. So let's just say the man have a list, right? With 10 box on it, 10 10 characteristic you're looking for the woman, right?
Right.
And let's just say he's like, you know what? I meet this girl, she got 8. You know? She ain't got a 10, she got 8.
Oh, she got 7.
Or she got 7, or even 6. What? I'm taking her. Because I know what it's like. I know men are realistic. Men know it's not a reality. I'm going to find all 10. I know I'm not a 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all 10.
Most
I'm
definitely.
definitely work with you a 6. But women, on the other hand, they need that 10. They could have a 9 right now in their hand. And because you don't got a 1% to make it a 10, that extra 1, she will leave him to find a man that have that 1, not realizing that man she leaving to be with now don't have the 9 that the guy she leaving don't have.
So you
And that's
probably have
what-
that 1%, and she, oh yeah, you have that 1%.
Exactly.
When she reach it, oh, it's just 1%.
It's just
and
1%.
It's just 1%.
I
Yeah.
know she's screwed up. Now she's like looking for other men because she need that full 10. And that's always some women, not all women, because some women really, they know what they want and they find, not say they find what they want, but let's just say, you know, they know how to pick around to find the right man. But
Yeah.
some men are really like, you know what, I'm this girl, because they look at social media like, you know what, I'm better than her. How she find a man like that? She ain't better than me. I'm definitely gonna find a
But
man
you
like
don't
that
know
too.
what they go on behind the scenes, what they
You know?
really did to get
Right.
where they're at.
And that's what you call hypergamy. You
Yeah.
know? Piggyback, tree hopping, or whatever it is that women do.
And like you said though, as they get older, it's like your value
Expiration
slowly
date is
decrease.
Yeah,
Because you're
for
getting
sure.
older, and it's like, all right, you have probably 2, 4, 5, whatever, how many kids, and they don't wrong
Your
with kids.
body gets
but
messed up.
your body
Things
get messed up,
change for
you
us,
know?
but not for men. See, a man can have 2, 3 kids, and it's like
At that
a
point,
man can have
yeah.
2, 3 kids, and it's like, you know, the kids are with the mom. He's more single free, working on his career. He has money. He goes to the gym. His body doesn't change much because he's constantly working out. So his face, his skin, everything is gonna stay younger. Let's be real. But the reality is it's a lot harder for women. So I feel like I understand why women are a little bit more,
Stern.
yeah,
And
for sure.
the biggest example that we all could see as men, right? You ever been in high school and you see some girl in your class or in the school itself, like so pretty, like, oh what? This girl is man pretty. And then after high school, we
After
become
high school,
adults,
it's
you
done.
see them
Yo,
like,
done.
wait, that's the
I
same
seen
girl that
I
was in
seen
high
them.
school.
Yo, I seen that.
That was the same girl that we used to consider to be the bad girl,
Yeah,
whatever, the bad
girl
chick.
nice, yo, she nice, and well, after
know?
high school, I don't know where that go. Like,
You know, it's like, what happened? So I feel like it's harder
Yeah.
for a woman to maintain that status, to keep it going.
there's just a few.
You know, because
That's why it's a lot of surgery that
a
goes
man
on.
could be a nerd in high school, and after high school, after college, he's a man. He's that man that all the girls want. They're like, yeah, damn, this guy was a nerd.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, a girl in high school could be the baddest, whatever men want to call it. She's a baddie, whatever. After school, you're like, what? Nah, this girl was a baddie? No way. Like, I wouldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So it do happen. It's harder for women.
It is.
And that's why most of them are being pressured to do surgery. They have to go under the needle. And some of them lose their life in the process, and it's sad. It's sad, bro, but it's like...
You don't think surgery is necessary?
It's
because
not
let's be honest, like, are you guys going to be with that?
No, but listen to what like I said, though.
All right, she said you guys.
Wait, hold on. Let's piggyback on Ika said. I can answer that. He said when females are in their early 20s, right? They don't look to find a man. They look to have fun. The men who really want him, they don't want to be with him. They wait till they get older. They're like, where the good guys
Is
at?
it?
You know what I'm saying? So women like that, they asked out. Because like you have the opportunity when you was in your prime to find a man that want to be with you and treat you like a queen, but you refuse it. You feel like I have all these options. I'm gonna explore my options, and you want to explore your option. Now you end up washed up. I never want to use washed up because I love my queens. But it's like they end up being not the ideal type that men want, right? So now it's like, all right, I gotta maintain myself to look young again. I'm gonna do the surgery. They get forced to do surgery. But yet, on the other hand, if you had when you was in your prime, find that man and stood up with him and let it build a solidified relationship. You don't have to go through that because yo man, I love you. You ain't gotta worry about surgery.
Because that's the thing. Surgery does not excite
You
most
don't need
men.
surgery.
Most men want you to be regular. Just be freaking
You don't need
regular.
surgery. You find a man that love you. Your man love you.
for you.
For
like,
you, no
love
surgery.
for-
You don't need
yeah.
a surgery. I'm sorry.
Your stretch
I
mark
mean,
or whatever for
I
you.
would hope that if your body gets ruined because of the you decided to be with this
A real
guy.
man gonna love all that. The stretch
Yeah,
mark,
because
all that.
you
But
guys did
if
that.
a man gets
Of
you,
course.
here's the thing.
Of
What I
course.
believe it. If you have a baby father or whatever, a man that you come up with and you have kids for him, right? And he get turned off because of your body turned off. He put you that way. So why should he be turned off? That's the
But-
messed up part about it.
Yeah, but men
I mean,
do
you love
every
her.
Yeah,
day.
he didn't
Real
love
man.
you for you. He doesn't love you for you though.
Right.
A real man who genuinely love his woman, love his lady.
Yeah, I know that's gonna happen.
It don't matter how much stretch marks she got, how much her body changed after birth. You gonna realize, damn, this is my queen, and I love her to death. And that's my baby. She carrying my baby. Who am I to be a selfish piece of shit to say, oh, yo, you are my baby, so no, you're not attractive anymore. I'm leaving you. No, you ain't love her then, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to tap into
She bring
yourself
life
to find
yo,
that
you-
love. She bring your
Yeah,
child in this
she
world.
should be more attractive to you because she bring life. She bring life, and you're gonna share a kid.
and it's,
That's
should
a,
be
to
more
me, that's
attractive
a
to you.
1% men thinker because I feel like how many men get turned off?
But that's what
Reality is.
A lot of men,
it's
men.
messed up, and that's why women put their guards up.
Yeah.
Because women been in that situation where
Telling
damn,
you it's harder
I
for
give my
women.
all to this man. I bring his child in this world. My body changed, and he
And he
dumped
dumped.
me.
That's
Yeah.
why women are becoming more independent, more aggressive.
And that's crazy.
We experience certain things that is just like it. A man has to be able to understand and tap into that to dim her down, and a lot of men are not with that,
Well,
and
if you have a man, right, before you even get pregnant, he look at you and be like, babe, I know you're going to go through some changes in life, and I'm willing to stick it out with you. I love you. You're going to bring forth my kid. If you don't have a man who sit and talk to you about certain things and make it be more known, like, yo, when you finish having a kid, your body's going to change. Please don't look at yourself any type of way and think I'm going to
but
get
that's
up and
something
jump.
he can't really change. It's
No.
the woman. You have to
No,
understand,
but he's
right?
sitting down and telling you and
Trying to comfort-
give you a
comfort
reassurance.
you.
Give you a reassurance that yo, your body's gonna go through changes. I'm a man. I understand that. My mom going through the same thing. For me to be here and I accept you as my woman and my wife and whatever, and we're gonna move past it. If you want to go to the gym, I'm gonna go to the gym with you. I'm gonna work out with you if you want that. If not, we're gonna keep working and building our family. I'm not gonna get up and left. No, that's not a deal. I came in here to tie a bond and stay with this, and we're gonna keep on doing this.
Or you could come from the point of view and say that, hey, if you really if the love is there and you know what I'm saying, like, and you kind of know what I like as a man, then and I say, hey, we understand what women go through, with childbirth.
You don't.
Yeah.
You guys say you do,
But
but let's
Ika,
just
I'm
say,
not. All right, let me take that back. I don't
No,
understand.
but Ika, you
let
saying
me
that?
tell you,
yeah.
right?
Let me take
Wait,
that-
let
let
me
me take
say
that back.
something.
But let's
When you have a kid, a lot of us, I had a kid and I was lucky to maintain my weight. And that's through like me really being very disciplined.
Yeah,
to
she
be
was.
honest.
Yeah, yeah,
So I know what it's like to gain weight. Like when you have a kid, your woman goes from 100 pounds to 156, 60 pounds in no time.
yeah. But
This is not
yeah.
one kid. This is not two kids.
So I guess
this
it's
is
just
3 kids, 4 kids. Women hold that weight.
yeah. So I mean,
You know,
I just,
some men say, I love my
Yes, up
woman
to the guys,
because
you know?
women bounce back.
yeah, but I
But
was
I'm just
saying,
saying the real truth behind it for some women who struggle.
Yeah.
Like struggle with weight.
Yeah.
Are you really still like you now like lifting your girl's stomach up at this point and not saying, you know, some have C-sections.
some have C-section, so you know that
One-
extra
so-
No,
lump.
not only
No,
that,
yo,
she's heavier now.
is it-
She has that belly
So you have
weight.
to understand that you have to give your
No,
wife.
it's not that. You have to understand.
As a man, and
It's-
you did that to
no,
her, you have to
no,
understand.
It's not that.
So,
It's that the man has
yeah.
to naturally be connected to that. He can't force himself. That's why men walk
So why
away.
one
You
not
get-
That's a
okay.
fact. That's a fact.
a man has to listen.
That's a fact.
It's a lot that goes
Okay.
on for a woman, you know, and a man has to naturally want to go for that. You
And-
understand? And a lot of men don't.
Yeah, I guess I don't because I've never.
Let's
I've
be
never,
honest.
Yeah,
Alright.
I've never been.
So
with a,
that's
a-
what I
a
just said,
woman
though,
like
Ike.
that.
Let me hear
And-
Ike. Let
and
me hear what
had,
he's saying.
I guess I don't understand from that perspective because I've never been in a serious relationship with a female, had a kid, and anything like that. But so I'm just talking off, you know, what I think, and you know, and I was gonna suggest that, you know, if a situation like that happens, like let's say, hey, you know, the guy could be, you know, be the guy and say, hey, you know, let's go to the gym, let's work out together, let's improve ourselves, let's improve our
What
bodies.
if she don't want to? What if she's tired?
Yeah, that's what I
if
was
she's
saying.
raising a kid?
Yeah, she.
It's real life, guys.
So-
It's not just like what you think. Like, oh, I could just get her back down to
That's
it.
why.
No,
So
but
she changed. She's a mom
No,
now. Certain things she wants to be comfortable. She wants to be like
Yeah,
that.
I get that.
that's why love is deeper than a physical appearance.
Okay, yeah.
Because a lot of men, they might say, "Girl, oh, she got a nice body," and that's what caught him in. That's what he loved.
Right.
He loved
But the
her
love-
body.
Oh, that's why he got
Yeah,
her.
That's why he got with her,
That's
because of her
different.
body. Because like,
Yes.
yo, I want you because you have a nice booty, you got nice boobs, you got a flat stomach. That's what caught me into you,
Gotcha.
right? That's what he loved.
But it's
So the
something
minute
deeper
that's
than love.
gone, that's-
So the moment the
that's-
body is gone,
Yeah.
that's what was
So
keeping
you have
me here.
something deeper than love have to come. You have to be loyal.
No,
The loyalty
but
has
that's
to
not
drop in
love
that.
though. If you don't love the
Yeah.
physical appearance,
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm saying.
Love goes deeper.
So after she have a kid and whatever, and body changes. That's where deeper than love comes. You have to be more loyal to her. You have to be more. Like, yeah.
No.
There's nothing deeper than love. Love is love. If you
The
love your girl,
loyalty
bro,
is more-
I promise
more
you,
for me, though.
her body change. But love is loyalty isn't love.
Yeah.
If you love somebody, you're gonna be loyal to them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like when I love you, I'm loyal to you. So it's like you can't say you gotta go deeper in love and go to loyalty. Nah, you should already be loyal the more you love
Yeah.
her. You have to love her and love her more deeper than the physical attributes. Where you feel like, yo, damn, this is my soul. We soul connected. Cause when you love someone, your soul and her soul become one big unit in love. Like that's what love is about. It's a spiritual connection. You know what I'm saying? It's not just physical. Because same way your physical could change. Let's be honest. As a man,
You
God
can get
forbid,
you can get weight as a man and get out of shape, bro, and
Yeah,
yeah, be
but-
like turned off.
if you're disciplined enough, as a man, you shouldn't get out of shape. If you're disciplined enough. But let's just say, God forbid, you get a car accident now.
So you can see why it's a lot more unfair for men in that situation because we're saying that women have the leverage.
No, it's
to-
unfair for women in that situation.
No, it's
'Cause
unfair
They,
for-
they,
it's
they have a
unfair
kid and then the body change, and then you as a man, you're gonna get up and left it.
Well, you know, let's just say that you as a man, you get sick to the point where you can't work out and you start to get overweight.
But the same attributes goes
You're
for the
a
woman.
woman, but
Right? But
So you have to
I'm
love
saying-
you
but
deeper
go to
than what...
childbirth.
Exactly, but there's high statistics that's not the possibility or the reality.
Maybe.
Women have a higher tendency for leaving men. Oh, we got some magic shows going on.
Sorry. I pressed it by mistake. Go ahead.
Shane
I'm
got the
sorry.
magic feet. Okay, so we have a higher statistics or a higher probability of women actually leaving men because of situations that they can't control. You know, for example, if he gets sick or have some type of terminal illness where to the point where he, you know, let's say loses his job, he gets out of shape, he can't work anymore, he loses motivation. Women are now less attractive to that, even when they first had loved this guy for who he was. But if it was an opposite case, if it was a reverse case where, you know, let's say that you had a guy who fell in love with this beautiful, attractive woman, and then that type of situation happened to her, he's now compelled or expected to still love this female or this woman without unconditionally. And I feel like that's a little bit unfair if you really think about it.
So why is it unfair?
I want to say one thing, right?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Why is it unfair?
No, wait.
It's unfair for all the reasons that
I feel like both parties do it, though. I feel like women leave, men leave. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like men do have a unbelievable expectation sometimes. They want you to have a kid. They want you to stay looking young. They want your bodies to look good. They want you to take care of the house, but then they still want you to have some type of independency, and then they still want you to be working, and they want you to not be lazy.
That's not possible.
These men have that expectation. That's a fact. Not an opinion.
Every man does.
It's not possible.
I wouldn't say
that's
it's
the
not.
reality.
But it's not possible.
I never said every. I said
man.
men.
But Ika, the way you talk though, the way you talk as a man, Ika, you're saying like if she gave birth and she's out of shape and she can't get back in shape by the time you will leave. That's what you basically said though.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
Those were not the.
Let me tell you. You said what if? No, let me tell you what you said. Let me tell you what you said. You said
But
what
would you
if?
leave? Would you leave?
I wouldn't leave if I was in love with her.
But will you still be in love with her when she's 300 pounds?
Of course, I would still be in love with her. If I love this woman to death, I'm gonna still be in love with her.
So if she's 300 pounds, don't want to work out, you see where if she work out, it would be better. And you force her and she don't want, she be like, I'm done. I'm not working out.
Because if you're 300 pounds and you're overweight, then me.
Yo, I'm be honest. No.
I'm more concerned.
If you're 300 pounds,
I'm more concerned about her health.
You gone?
If you're 300 pounds and I tell you to go work out,
I'm more concerned about her health.
Let me use a realistic weight though.
Let's get in the gym and go work out.
Yo, let me use a realistic weight.
I'm concerned about your health.
Let me use a realistic weight though.
Hold on, Ellie.
Let him finish.
Yeah, let me use a realistic weight though. If you were 150 pounds when I met you, right, and you have a kid, and you reach 220 pounds, and I say, yo, let's go to the gym and work out, and I find ways of you to work out, and you being lazy, where I can have a sitter or whatever at the house, and we can go and work out, and you being lazy, I'm going to tell you straight up, it's either you're going to go to the gym and let's work out, or I'm going to leave, because I met you have 150. You can be 170, that's good, 180, but not 220. I'm not. I'm telling you that. I'm straight. I'm not. Because you have a choice. You have a choice to make a better you have a choice to make a better adjustment to your body.
Exactly. So
I want to hear everybody's opinion. So you would leave too?
If
she had 220?
If there was a situation where she had the ability, she was able.
Yeah.
And I said that, hey, this happened, this situation happened in life, you had kids or whatever, and you gained some extra weight. Hey, let's do ourselves a favor as a couple and let's go work out together.
Most definitely.
Okay. Let's get fit together. Let's get healthy. No, I don't want to do that. That's too much work. I want to still be there.
And you already put everything in place.
That's gonna be in the back of my mind. Like, hey, you're not being a team player because I want to be a team player. Okay. It's not. I'm not saying, hey, go to the gym by yourself. Yeah. I'm saying, hey, let's go together and go work out. So
Yeah, for me, I feel like when it comes to that situation, right? Let's just say she give birth to my child. Usually, when she give birth, it's a lot. It probably take a year for her to heal from her surgery or whatever, So let's just say I give her time to prepare to heal.
Yeah, most
right?
definitely.
And she heal, and I create such a comfortable space for her where she ain't got to worry about the child. Let's just say my mom probably watching a kid. I'm like, I could say, baby, let's go to the gym, right? And let's just say her motivation is gone from working out. And it's my job to give her that, bring back the motivation. Like, babe, listen, let's stay fit, let's stay healthy. For your own benefit, for health's sake, right? If she refuse to be in line with me, because remember, as couples, we grow together. And you got to make sure you grow with your husband, with your wife. Right, I got to make sure y'all be on the same page. That's want to keep the union going. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's no way my interests change completely 360 and you going another 180 over there. We drifting. Right. So the moment I get to the point where I'm into like, babe, let's fix our health, let's go on motivated, stay motivated. She completely pull a 360 and say, you know what, babe, I'm not into that. I just want to stay home. Even when there's a comfortable space for the workout, she don't want to do it.
Exactly. You're gonna start looking at her.
We drifting because that's something that we as human can't control. We're gonna be drifted. Right. Love comes, but trust me, we start drifting.
And the love goes.
We start drifting. When we start drifting, it's like the love is there, but y'all drift apart because she's not in line with you no more. And you try to bring her in line. Right. So now it's like, all right, I'm not going to go your direction where you're going. I should have stayed home and gain weight with you. because that's
Most
not who
definitely.
I am. You know, and I didn't met you like that. I met you as a motivated person because you gotta know who you're getting
You
with.
have to understand that doesn't matter how you met them, because the reality is you're not gonna have them the way you met them.
No,
No,
are you-
we
you
get
listen?
that. We get that.
Do you hear what I
No,
said?
I
We
heard
get that.
what you said. I heard the whole conversation. You said I didn't meet you like that.
No, you did prior to that. You hear what I said?
No, I
Anything before
did
that?
hear everything you said.
Mhm.
I heard everything you said. But what if she's comfortable being that person?
Being 220 pounds, and I met you at 150.
It doesn't matter what you met her.
No,
at,
but what am I
right?
saying to you is that,
It's
right?
like, what if a woman just she wants to be comfortable in her own new skin now? It's not about the image for her anymore.
No, but listen to what I'm saying,
She's
though.
just. I understand what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
and I totally get it, because I even agree with you in a lot of ways. I would not let myself go because my husband didn't let himself go. Who the hell am I? He loves himself, love his body. Who the hell am I to just let myself go and give him some body that I know he's not into? He's not into that himself. He takes care of himself. But what I'm saying is there's some people who are okay with their new self, and they love themselves, and they're comfortable in their skin, and they okay. And I feel like that it's hard. You know, it's hard because a man does have his preference at the end of the day.
And yeah, and
No,
then
but like I said, though, when the love is there, right? Right? When the love is there, you love this girl, whatever. She decided to get comfortable being 300 pounds.
gotta
right?
be a team player.
Hold on. She get comfortable being 300 pounds, and you can't control it. Cause love is something you can't really control.
Right.
But when the time come, cause we can all say whatever right now.
Right.
Right now we can say, "Oh, leave, I'll stay, whatever." We don't know until that day come to be put in our shoes if it really happened.
No, we
to
talking
see.
about what we feel right
Yeah, we
now.
can. Yeah, we can feel it. But let's just say the time comes. Like I said, relationship. Even if she don't gain weight, right? The moment you start to drift apart, the relationship slowly becoming an end.
Why would you drift?
Let's be honest, though.
No, yeah, I know you
The-
guys drift.
But that's what I'm
sometimes.
saying. So even after birth, let's just say, like I said, she in a new body. I didn't met that. I didn't met that motivation. You was motivated in the gym. I met you working at da. After a year or two, you like, yo, I'm in a new self. I'm a new person right now. That's gonna cause the drift because you become your renaissance, your rebirth, the new person right now that I'm not used to. Because you say, yo, I'm a new person.
Everybody becomes new after 5 years. Your brain changes. Your preference changes.
Babe, listen to me.
Life changes.
And that's you gotta that's where growing with your partner is important. You have a partner, it's one unit. There's no more separation. Oh, I go over there, you go over there. No, we go together. We gotta in line. We gotta
I
be
know
in line.
guys who didn't want their girl in line with them. They're like, why you want to do what I'm doing?
But those are those guys. You get what I'm saying? But for a healthy relationship to sail and be successful, you have to be in line to grow together. There's no way
agree.
you're going east and I'm going west. It's not gonna work. I'm sorry. We have to be going the same direction because no, we're one union. I'm sorry, that's what it is. So until that day come when she's 300 pounds and she says she's in a new self, maybe the man probably not journey as well. We're like, yo, babe, I agree with let's do this new self. We both get fat. Maybe. But what if he's not like that? Then y'all start to drift apart. And eventually maybe the love gonna die. Maybe I could spark it up in some other way. I don't know.
So then that means if a man goes to a gym and the woman don't, then eventually they're going to drift
Yeah,
apart.
if my woman there and she reached
because-
Right, let me hear
220
this.
pounds,
Yeah, it's gonna happen because he's good. In her mind, she's gonna say to herself, "Oh, he's going to the gym every day, or however often. He's probably going out there to meet some other girl that looks good, looks better than me." And then that's gonna add to them drifting further apart. It's gonna happen because she
Right,
doesn't have
not
the.
me I got a
necessarily,
pharmacy
man.
go find where you for use to lose weight. Cause me I make your juice and me I make your food with that. Cause you have to lose the weight there. You have to lose the weight. Cause me not lift up nobody what I told
It's
you.
also for
Well,
self.
then don't.
It's also for health reasons too. Like you don't love yourself enough to want to live
Yeah,
longer.
exactly.
It's not
That's
about-
exactly what I just said.
I
You know,
cannot
if you-
speak for every woman, but I know there's women who are heavy and they're comfortable in that skin.
And the man is comfortable with them in that
Cause
skin.
Right.
he met her in that skin.
No, not every time, Ellie. Not every time.
But I'm saying, yo, if you
You know,
150
so-
and you weigh 170, when I met when we were together, that's cool. But 220, no, like no 220, no, bro, like no,
But
no,
220 not bad though.
bro. A man can be 220, not a woman, bro.
Yeah, well,
Yo,
me
if I met you
personally-
at 150,
it
bruh,
depends
don't-
on how she wears.
I
it,
don't
you know,
care.
if she's-
Nobody gonna say I'm
if
body
she's-
shaming or what. But yo, if I met you at 150
if
and
she's
you go
220,
220,
If
I'm
she's
done.
If she's 220 and she wears that weight well, she still has those curves are still banging. She's doing all. I'm be like, okay, you still look
Let
good.
me tell you. Let me tell you. Like it like.
It all depends, you know. It's in the eyes of. The,
I like
beauty's in the eyes of
I like to
the
live for
beholder.
I like to live for my woman, and I'm not a big guy. I'm not big. Yeah, I can lift for her at 220, but the way I want to lift you up, it's not gonna be sustainable at all. So I'm gonna tell you this: you're gonna lose that and come back to 180 or 170. I met you at 150. You can't be 220, baby. I'm out. I'm telling you that you can't be 220. You crazy, bro?
I think some men should just.
Bro.
At least
The
stand on
reality
business.
is like
I'm standing business, bro.
shouldn't have
And I
to-
tell my girl, you can't be a particular way. Yo, once you pass, I meet my girl at like 160 or something. I told her, or say 150. I told her, you can't be fucking 200. You can't be 200. Like,
well,
I
like
can't,
that's what I
can't
say.
do that, bro.
It's a very unfair situation for
But
women.
she can work out though.
Bottom line, it doesn't matter.
No, but this is the thing.
No, it's not a thing
So
for
Lee,
you. You
so
have
Lee,
no say in
Lee,
it.
when you were pregnant, when you was pregnant, you weighed like 170, right?
I weigh 160.
160, right?
Yes.
Okay. So say for
I'm
instance,
104 pounds now.
no, I'm showing you something. You weigh 160, and when you're not pregnant, you're 104 pounds, right?
No, when I'm not pregnant, well now because I go vegan and stuff, I
Yeah.
was always like 115.
All right, look, 150 now. When you're pregnant, you're 160. So after you have the baby, right? Say you come down to like.
What if
say,
I would have never came down?
All right, no, I'm showing you something. You gotta come down no matter what, cause
No,
if
it's-
you
no, that's
you
not
have the
true.
baby, when you're
Oh
pregnant
my
with a
God.
baby, you gotta weigh a particular weight.
No, Ellie, listen to me.
So all right,
You're not listening.
say
You have a kid.
yeah.
You don't come down to that. That's rare. You don't come back to your size. Some women
I'm not
do.
saying you come back to your size. You
You're
say
not
you're like
listening,
130
though.
after.
No,
That's good.
no, you're not listening. I understand why any community, I don't care what community it is, black, Spanish, Chinese, Asian, whatever, women are aggressive because of this. There's no way we could tap into our feminine state knowing that we can possibly be judged by the man we love because our bodies change because we gave y'all life.
Oh,
Because we gave y'all life.
But I'm saying though.
No,
yo,
you're not saying anything to me. I just need you to understand one thing and only one thing only. You don't have to accept a woman that you don't want to. If your preference is 150, I totally respect you. You understand? And I totally respect Ika's decision. I totally respect Shane, my husband's decision. You know, and I respect him so much that I would not bring any weight to him that I know he's not into. You know, but the reality is there's women that do become comfortable in their own skin, their new skin.
but you're not one of those women who would become comfortable with that.
No, I'm not. I
Exactly.
can't because
Bruh.
So
I can't because, like I say, we sometimes go through our depression because yes, we did have this beautiful body, we did have these perky breasts, and everything was perfect.
Right.
And to see the change is traumatizing sometimes.
So
But
I get exactly what you're saying, Leanne, and like I say, I appreciate what you're saying, but at the same time, you're saying that you would try to be in a healthy state, healthy weight, and all that, for Shane, but at the same time, you accept other women being comfortable being overweight for
yeah, because there's different
them.
women, Iko. There's different women in this world. You
So
understand?
wouldn't you
women-
want those type of women to be just like you and just be motivated and be in a good shape for their man as well? Like
No,
would you-
no, because I'm not them.
okay,
I don't know
so-
what they feel. I don't know. I don't know about these women. I know me. I know who's my motivator. I know who I look up to.
Right.
And I know who I want to be like.
Right.
You understand? And I know who's my teammate. And I
Right.
know I understand the assignment. You understand?
Okay.
But for some women who just is happy with being big and feel like, well, a man can accept me that way, that is also okay for her. It's not your. It shouldn't be your concern if she's healthy or not. You're not her nutritionist. That doesn't matter. That's who she wants to be, right? So it's like,
Yeah,
let's just
Well,
say
me
your
as your
mom.
man or your husband,
Well, let's just
I'm
say
your
your mom
nutritionist.
is fat, right?
Yeah, I would be definitely be concerned if my mom is fat and she was comfortable being fat. I'll be like, hey, listen,
No, let's just say
Right.
your mom is fat, right?
right?
And you're like, you're gonna tell her every time, yo, mom, you're fat. You gotta
No,
lose
I'm not
weight.
gonna say
No,
like,
but listen,
yeah, you
and
know,
then you're gonna be like, you know
embarrass her
what,
or
mom?
anything like that.
I'm
just-
not gonna be with you. No, I don't love you no more.
No, definitely not. I'm not gonna.
So
I'm gonna
it's
be
like-
the concerned son who's looking out for the health of my mom.
But what if your
and
mom don't want to work out?
That's a big issue. Because I'm looking out for the health of my mom. She's overweight, and let's say she has bad knees or some crazy stuff. She's diabetic. I'm like, listen, mom, we need to get this together.
listen.
I told my mom this.
My
When I was
my
running
mom
out,
know
I
me.
used to run 3 miles outside.
My mom know me,
And my mom came out. She walked with me. I'm like, and she was like, "Oh, you know, I always see you running 3 miles, so you know it's good that you're staying fit. I know I'm trying to do my little walks and stuff like that." I'm like, "Yeah, mom, I heard that you want to take her. You look decent, but
No,
I'm
Nobody
but
like,
watch
that's
you
but I
on
encourage
besides
you.
the
Nah, get my
subject.
shit.
The
You know what I'm
point is,
saying?
like, what
It's-
happens if your mom is big? Like, you're not gonna love her no more.
It's
Listen,
not. I'm
She
not.
would
It's
not
not
reach
that
to
I'm
that
not
point.
gonna love her anymore. I'm just gonna be in a state where I'm always like, I'm worried because I want to make an impact. I want to change the way.
It
how
must
my
be
mom
diabetic.
Some
is,
people
yo,
you know what I'm
don't.
saying?
Like,
Yo,
I don't
bruh,
think you
yo,
guys
from my- yo,
understand.
I think it's just the directive of how
I understand
men
where you're
think.
coming from. You
Like-
saying when you give birth and whatever you
You know
No,
what I'm
need to
saying?
some
do.
It's
people
like-
don't want
And
to
I-
change.
And I understand that they don't want to change, but if you are in a relationship,
You know
and
that
you're,
some people give birth and
and-
some people lose their hair, lose their teeth.
Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
I
get
know
that.
that.
And listen,
I know that.
what I'm saying is, Lena, if you in a relationship and it's a team, right? Like Shane said, it's a team player effort, right?
Yeah.
If I'm on the team and I see a man that's down, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna pick that guy up. And as men, that is our directive. If we see
Or significant other.
significant other, right, who's down, they're losing motivation, they're letting all these bad things happening to them, I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna give directive. I'm gonna say, hey, we need to start going to the gym because such and such, and I understand that whatever happened in life happened, and it's bad, but we got to get out of that. We got to push forward. We got to keep pushing.
Okay, so basically, I'm just going to stop this here. But basically, if a woman does gain weight after her birth and she's okay with being that weight, she's down and depressed, that's what that means?
Yeah, it means that I got to be the one to push her and to change for the better, whether or not she likes it. We got to find a way to work through this. We got to find a way to push so we can make you better.
Yeah, we're gonna have uncomfortable situation to get to a comfortable situation.
Right.
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
I love this podcast, man.
I think this podcast was the most craziest one because, I don't know, it just all boils down to women have it a little bit harder. And women who are young, I want to say that, take advantage of your beauty, not destroy it. When I say take advantage of your beauty, use it to your advantage in the sense, save yourself, get married, find a good man, have kids with him. If you feel like you married and it's still rocky and maybe he's verbally aggressive and it's just something you don't want to do, don't have kids, save yourself because you're going to be judged no matter what.
But we just spent like almost 30 minutes on the topic of the women gaining
Giving
weight.
birth.
Right?
Was it
But-
that long?
Yeah, but my thing too is that, right? Men gain weight too.
Yeah,
And women do leave.
Right,
Yeah.
I was
Alright,
just
let's-
about to
Let me
say.
ask you a question. Is it fair?
I'm not leaving you if you
No, I'm
gain
not
weight.
talking. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking in
general.
In general, is it fair
Yeah.
for? Cause like you're saying though, she gained weight and that's her new journey. It's a brand new her.
So why the
Again-
hell is he gaining
Wait,
weight
hold on,
if he
hold on.
don't have kids?
Hold on. No, listen what I'm saying though. After kids, I'm saying even 2 years after. Let's just say have kids, and 2 years after she have a kid already. She healed. She have all the comfortable space to get back to working.
Well, let's say he gets a
it's a new-
terminal illness or he gets sick.
right. So
That's a big cause of
for the
gaining
men
weight.
now, he, like you said, you accept the fact that she become her new self after having kid after 2 years. Even when you create a comfortable space for the workout, she choose not to because she's a new version of herself. You met a man that was working or even skinny, and he become a new version of himself. Like, you know what, babe? I think this is new me. Every 5 years, my mind changed, my body changed. I'm a new man now. I want to be this fat person, right? No, he's 300 pounds.
Well, that's ridiculous because
it's ridiculous now.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Like, if it's an illness or something,
no illness,
I'm gonna stand by. But if it's his choice to want to be really big and he has no kid, it's not my choice.
No, but
you understand? That's how my body goes. After having
if she choose not to work out, it's her choice, babe. If she after 2 years after she healed. She healed. She could have come through space for her. If she choose not to work out, it's her choice.
No.
It's her choice.
When you have a baby, you don't have a choice of how your body's gonna come out.
No, but working out, your choice to dictate what your body is.
You have a choice. Yes. You have a choice to try to put it back to the way it used to be. Yes.
You don't have to be where you used to be, but show me you want to be fit. Try.
You're not hearing me. But for a guy to just sit down and say, yo, listen, I just want to get fat and eat and just get fat is different from a woman saying, yo, I gave birth. This is the new me.
Man lose motivation too.
So
comparison.
Right, so let's just say she gave birth and say, you know what?
Let's just say she didn't have kids and she started gaining weight. Absolutely not. You can leave her.
But my thing too, let's just say
but certain people body different though.
I'm not taking away.
She cannot have kids and start gaining weight.
Let's piggyback. So Leanna's going off the point that women after childbirth, you know, they have a plausible excuse for being in that state. So let's say a man has a plausible excuse for gaining weight. Let's say he gets a terminal illness. Right?
I would still be with him.
You still be with him? Okay.
I'm gonna stick it through.
All right, so
that's okay. If I have to wipe his ass, I got it.
Gotcha. There's a lot of women out there. The general, the norm, a lot of women would not do that.
They would not. They would not.
I would love him.
They'll kick a man to the curve real quick and go.
Honestly, if his thing don't get hard anymore, I'm still help him.
They're definitely gonna leave his ass. They're gonna leave his ass.
Listen,
in a heartbeat.
There's so many. Let me tell you something. Love is different. And there's so many creative things you could do in the bed. Like, it's just ridiculous. That's a lame excuse. You know, personally, I feel like
I think you need to hold that topic for the next podcast.
You know what I'm saying?
That topic you said. We need to start over the next.
I'm not starting a whole podcast about it. If I love you, I love you. There's no kid, there's no illness, there's no penis. There's nothing that's going to get involved in that. I feel like women love a lot harder than men because we are emotional creatures. Our job is to nurture, have kids, and we have a certain emotion in us, right? Men are more stern and they have this alpha attitude, and they're more like straight to the point. This is what I like. I want it this way.
So I'm gonna say this, Leona. You bring really good points, and a lot of the points that you bring, they come from your nature of being nurturing as a mother, caring. You already have children. You already have you already went through these things, these processes already, these biological processes in life, and all these things. So you have that thing about you. We're talking about, okay, let's say, we have the single woman who's never been married before, who's never had kids, and then you got the fit guy. They come into a relationship, they're getting it off, they're knocking it off. Boom, guy gets hit by a car, is in a wheelchair, loses motivation. She's young, she's fit. She looks at him, you can't get hard, motherfucker. I'm out the door. Right. That's what we're talking about, and if you think about it, like I said, back to the whole modern era that we're in, where things are just fast paced and moving, that's what a lot of women will do, right? Before even having kids, and even some to the point where they even do have kids, they would still take the kids and kick his ass to the curb. It's tragic, but that's the norm that we live in today. So
listen, I've seen couples. I have couples where their dad caught Alzheimer's. They put their father in a home,
and they forget about him, right?
Yeah. So what you're saying is absolutely right. But that's why I'm saying when life gets bad like that, you wanna be lucky enough to have that partner be like, I'm by you.
Oh, we definitely want to. You want to hit the jackpot.
But you know what they say, right?
Yeah.
Men are loved under a condition, not unconditionally.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So under condition that you provide or do something.
Because once you get hit by a car, you get a terminal illness. You can no longer provide, protect, do all those great things. Your body degrades. You have no more use for that woman.
But a man will love a woman unconditionally. So
right.
No matter what she go to, he love her. But a man is loved under a condition.
Well, not with
Most
this woman.
But it's a rare percent, baby. I love you.
I love you.
But yeah, guys, it was a great podcast.
So to the podcast, we came to a conclusion. Well, I came to a conclusion. I do feel like men can struggle in the dating world too. It's not always easy for them. Some hundreds of single men. But like my husband said, depending on certain statistics, a man does have a certain leadway, certain luck. With women, like Ika and all of us agree to, we do have an expiration date. So it could be harder for us. And sometimes, like he said, we put the burden on ourselves. Right. You know, because we have opportunity, but we choose to look elsewhere. So that's what we narrowed it down to. Women have it harder. And I love you guys. I want you to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. Tune in the comments. Tell me what you think about this. This podcast was spoken about. We have two awesome black men. And again, I don't mean to. I'm sorry. sorry. But y'all didn't even let me finish. Well, mainly we had Ika who brought up the black community. Shout out to him. I don't mean to I don't really get into that community. Yeah. I don't want to offend anybody in that community. When I speak, it's just based off how I grew up. Before we end this podcast, I want to tell Ika to shout out his social.
Definitely, you guys can follow me at prime_status. I make music, and you can also follow me at 21st Century Takeover. That is at 2ST Takeover. I talk about finances, and I also help people with wealth building strategies. So check me out and check out all my video, and check me out on YouTube at Learn Wealth.
Okay, and shout out to my bro. Tell them where they can find you at.
All right, guys, you can find me on YouTube at NBA_BarbaraBoy, and also on Instagram and all other platforms.
And baby, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Shanko17 and also on Snapchat at Shanko17.
And guys, you can find me on Instagram at L3ANA__. And for Snapchat, it's L3ANA_10.
Yep.
I love you guys. I want you to like, share, subscribe. Tune in on the conversations. Give your input. I know there's so much more people who have way more knowledge than all of us, and some who have less, but let us know.
Oh, speak up, man. We want to
Let's go. Join the podcast. Comment right now. Who you think got it hard?
We need to know if we need backup.
Come on. I love you guys, man. Peace out.